진짜 확실히 잘해.
야, 뭐냐? 이런
감사합니다. 그리고 사랑합니다. 야구를 사랑하는 모두에게
Kia, movement that inspires.
우리가 여기까지 올 수 있었던 것은 승리할 때나 패배를 거듭할 때나 당신의 불꽃 같은 응원 덕분이었습니다. 늘 최강 하나를 외쳐준 당신이 최강입니다. 최강 팬과 함께하는 최강 한화가 되겠습니다.
확실히 잘해. 하고가 그냥 쭉쭉 뻗잖아. 진짜 확실히 잘해.
야, 뭐냐? 이런
감사합니다. 그리고 사랑합니다. 야구를 사랑하는 모두에게
Kia, movement that inspires.
우리가 여기까지 올 수 있었던 것은 승리할 때나 패배를 거듭할 때나 당신의 불꽃 같은 응원 덕분이었습니다. 늘 최강 하나를 외쳐준 당신이 최강입니다. 최강 팬과 함께하는 최강 한화가 되겠습니다.
Next, we'll bring you the 2024 HCBB Asia League game, live to you.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. I think I like it. 긴장은 down, down. 부끄러운 말까. 어지러운 마음속에 내가 들어가. 익숙한 듯 부드럽게 내게 던져가. 고요한 밤이야. 날 위한 밤이야. 참을 수가 없어 빠져가. Yeah, yeah. 너의 몸짓에 넘치는 걸. Yeah, yeah. 네가 알던 뻔한 모습에 나를 잊어 오늘. 숨겨둔 본능을 힘을 줘. It goes down, down, baby.
Another round of the HCBB Asia League Season 5. Welcome everyone, this is the round 12 of the HCBB Season 5 Pennant Race. Today we'll be broadcasting to you the battle between Brisbane Bandits versus the KT Wiz at the KT Wiz Stadium in Suwon. We'll see you in a few moments as the game starts soon enough. We're just about set to go now. The KT Wiz is preparing for their defense. Let's see who will win the race tonight, as Brisbane Bandits and KT Wiz fight against each other. The first pitch was a ball. The second pitch, that was hit well, and that is going towards the foul zone, the bullpen on the left side. Next pitch, also hit well. It's going far away into the outside zone. That is very hit well. That was a magnificent hit. Now the batter is on first. That one went far. See, that one flew very far and hit the wall on the fence, which is very impressive. The count is 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Next pitch. Struck out looking. That is 1 out. Runner is still on first. The pitch goes low, and that is a ball. The second pitch in there, that is strike one. In the zone again, strike 2. So count is 1 and 2 now. Here comes the next pitch. It's a foul ball. Here comes the pitch. Swings and misses. That is strike 2. Strike out. Second out of the inning. Next on the mound for Brisbane Bandits is Powercorn. 2 outs with 1 on. First pitch was a strike, barely on the borderline. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 now. And the pitch is a ball. He took this one very well. If he swung and missed, it would have ended the inning. The next pitch. Swung and hit well. That is going well into the foul zone. The third baseman tries to catch it but fails because the ball was too short for him to reach it. 1 and 2 now. Swing and a miss. Strike out. That is the third out. The inning is over. We now bring you to the bottom of inning number 1. Brisbane Bandits and KTW still having this balance of 0. Brisbane Bandits KTW's attack at their home. The first pitch was a strike. Swing and a big miss. That is strike 2. Bottom of inning number 1. That wasn't his hit well, but just outside the line. 0-2. The pitch takes it for a ball. And the next pitch. That is hit well. Into the outside zone. The outfield it goes. Runner is safe on first. The next is I Love Hong Kong 416. No outs, runner on first as they record a hit. The pitch kept himself stopped right before the swing. That is ball 1. Next pitch. Just the borderline. That is strike 1. Count is 1 and 1. Ball 2. Next pitch. That is ball 3. Next pitch. That one is hit well. It's going far, far, far away and out. In the outfield it goes. Runner runs around second. Goes for third. And both safe at first, at second and third as they make it safely. The KT Wiz now have a chance to score a run before the other team. No outs, runner on second and third. First pitch was a ball. Next pitch. Just barely grazing the zone. Strike one. Next pitch. That one is hit. Foul. Caught by the first baseman. That is 1 out. We'll have to see that in a replay. That was a magnificent catch by whoever was in charge over there. The ball was just hit short. Jump catch by the first baseman. Impressive feat by them. The count is 1-0. Big swing and a miss, strike one. Count is 1-1, 1 out, runner at second and third. That is strike two. The next pitch. Big swing and a miss. That is strike three. 2 outs now. Next batting is Rue. Dark is having a struggle here as he got 2 runners on base, but got 2 outs. So if he successfully keeps the balance of 0, he'll be very proud of himself. That one is struck well. It's going high. Just caught the ball at the foul zone. That is the out number 3. We will now go to top of inning number 2. Bandits and KT Wiz still having the what do we call it? The balance of 0. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned. This is Alpha+SPORTS. Set to go now. That is strike number 1. The pitcher for KT Wiz is Two-Faced Melon. Strike 2. The next pitch. Swings on a minute. That is a big strikeout. He couldn't just keep himself from swinging there. Next at bat is Dia. That is a big swing. Missed the ball. That is strike 1. That one is hit high and far. Caught by the midfielder. That is out number 2. What a pity, that ball went very far. But they couldn't just catch it. They couldn't just get it to land in a position where it could be a very good hit. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. So most of the Brisbane Bandits batters during this inning doesn't take a lot of balls. Like, they keep swinging whenever there's a pitch flying towards them. And that's how Two-Faced Melon got 2 outs on this inning. That one is hit well, but it's a foul that goes outside the stadium. The next pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike out. The third out. And the inning is over. We come to you with the bottom of inning number 2. Back at the bottom of inning number 2. The balance of 0 still stands. Caught by the second baseman, it is a quick 1-out. The pitch is a strike, just on the borderline, strike 1. No ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is hit well. It goes flying and caught by the shortstop. That is out count number 2. The next batter is Noaru. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. That is strike 1. Next pitch. Takes a ball. That is ball 1. 1-1 is the count. The next pitch is another big swing, and that's a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on bases. Big swing and miss. That is strike out. 3rd out, the inning is over. We now bring you to the top of inning number 3. KT Wiz and Brisbane Bandits still at 0-0. Before we continue further, I must apologize the state of my voice. I went to the Hanwha Eagles opening game yesterday, and we came from behind 1-7-2, so I screamed a lot, and that is a good hit. Dive catch, but fails to catch it in time. So that is a safe one. Runner is on first. We need to see the replay again. So that's a hit right there. Goes flying, but fails to dive catch. So that is a very pity. We'll go back to the main game now. And they have scored, and they have done a hit. So now the runner is on first and second base. No outs, runner on first and second. Two-Face Melon might be having a struggle here. 1-0. Strike 1. As I was mentioning in my voice, I screamed a lot yesterday. So, not a very good day to have a voice activities like streaming, but I'm here for you guys. I hope you enjoy the streams I provide to you. 1-2 now. That is ball 2. 2-2 now. The pitch that is hit high in the air into the audience. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball 3. Inferno takes it to full count. 3-2. The pitch is here. Struck high in the air, just outside the foul pole. 3-2 full count still. Runners on first and second. A pickoff move, and that is successful. Runner on first is deleted as they get caught in the pickoff move. 3-2 now. 1 out with runner on second. The pitch. Hit well. It's a home run. It's a home run, everyone. The first home run of the game is here. Oh my god, that is a big home run. 2-run home run by Inferno. Two-run score by the visiting team Brisbane Bandits. The score is now 2-0. Brisbane Bandits running 2 runs ahead of KT Wiz on their home. So 1 out and 2 runs ahead by the Brisbane Bandits. Count is 1-1. That is an infield hit. Caught by the shortstop, sends to first. That is the second out. Bane Lord steps up to the plate. The pitch. That is ball 1. The next pitch. Hit on the ground is a foul ball. 1-1 now. The next pitch is ball 2. 2-1. That one is hit well. It's going far, far, far. And the midfielder misses the catch. Runner runs on second. Keeps on running, keeps on running. Safe at third. So not a very good chance for the Brisbane Bandits. Two outs, runner on third. Two-Face Melon is having a real struggle over here. The swing and a miss makes the count 0-2. Two outs, runner on third. Takes a very good ball. Next pitch. Struck out looking. That is the third out. Inning is over. We now bring you to the bottom of inning number 3. Brisbane Bandits is ahead 2-0. We now bring you to the bottom of inning number 3. Dark is still in the pitching mound. Dugari is on the plate. The pitch is struck well. It's going far into the foul zone. One and one now. Strike 2. That's a big swing and a miss. I'm not very good at baseball to tell if the timing wasn't correct or the position wasn't correct. But that one is hit well. It's in the midfield area. Runner runs to first and is safe at first. So that's a very good hit. Runner now on first. So if you see here, the ball was hit very well, just into the zone where no one is. And then that became a very good hit finally. Count is 1-1. That is big, that is big, that is gone. A home run by KT Wiz that brings the balance to the scores. This is a festival, and this is very competitive baseball right here we're seeing right now. The ball lying there so precariously after a home run by the two-faced melon, the very pitcher who was struggling just before. We unfortunately missed the home run replay, but do not worry, we'll be fine. Ball 2. So the score now is 2-2. Brisbane Bandits and KT Wiz all in the same spot once again. The count is 2-1. That one is struck well. It's going far, and into the outfield zone it goes. No one is there to catch it. The ball, midfield, throws to second base. Safe at second base. That one is very good hit. Very good hit by the batter. You see, that one is hit very well. Almost a home run if it was more powerful. But still, that went very far. And that made him go to the... That one gave him the second base hit. As we get another good hit right over here. I am so sorry I couldn't get that on the real time, but that was a very good hit just in front of the midfielder. Now the base runner is on first and third. The go-ahead run is almost there. The count is 1-0. Base runners on first and third. RBI is minute. Ball 2. 2-0 on the count. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Probably feeling a lot of pressure at this very good chance of getting an RBI in. But he has to calm down and he has to be very careful on what to hit and what to not hit. 2-2 is the count. The pitch. Bunt motion but fails. This is out number 1. We are now at out count number 1. Base runner still at first and third. Here comes the pitch. Grazes the ground. That is ball 1. The next pitch. On the outside zone. That is ball 2. And the next pitch, just on the borderline. That is strike one. Two to one is the count. And the pitch, a bunt motion. Bunt motion is held. Out on the what? Yeah, out on first, but the score is in. KT Wiz takes another run in as Rue sacrifices for a very good for the RBI. God, I am having a bad time of the day. I am having a bad day, aren't I? Count as 1-0. Strike one. 1-1 now. Next pitch. That is struck well, but it's in the foul zone. Count is 1-2. That one is hit far, high in the air. Midfielder can't catch it on a dive. Runner is on first as the KT Wiz takes another run up their sleeve. Now 2 runs ahead. KT Wiz is winning 4-2. Runner on first. No ball, 1 strike. That one is hit. Caught by the first baseman. That is the 3rd out. Inning is over. A very huge loss for the Brisbane Bandits. They gave out 4 runs on that inning alone. The KT Wiz is now ahead 4-2 against the Brisbane Bandits. The first pitch, hit onto the sides. That is a foul ball. Next pitch, strike 2. Next pitch, that is a big swing and a miss. That is strike out. The first out of the inning. That is strike 1, just grazing the top of the strike zone. On the foul zone. So the count now becomes 0-2. The next pitch. That is hit high in the air. Desperately chases it, but that falls into the foul zone over the fence. 0-2 now. The pitch. That is high in the air again. The third baseman tries to go for a dive, but fails to do so. Staying alive at the count of 0-2. Another high one that's going far, hits the top floor. The next pitch. That is a strikeout, standing. 2 outs. Two-Face Melon is having an immaculate day right now with his pitching. Although he did give away 2 runs at the top of the 3rd inning, the batters really gained back about 4 more runs. 4 runs at the bottom of the said inning. So he is happy right now. And that one is just grazed the foul line. Just outside, just missed it. So that is strike strike 2. The pitch. Swings and misses. That is the strike 3, third out, inning over. We will now bring you to the bottom of inning number 4. Katie Wiz still ahead, 4-2. So a little talk about the city, the home city of Katie Wiz is Suwon. Suwon is famous for being like it's somewhere about the central zone of the Gyeonggi-do, the Gyeonggi province of South Korea. But they're also infamous for having the Hwasong, the UNESCO artifact. So the top symbol of that screen right there symbolizes the Hwasong and Paldarmun, the part of the Hwasong complex that has been registered for the UNESCO. Swings and misses. That is a strike 2. The next pitch, that is hit somewhat awkwardly, sends to first, and that is the out. 1 out, no one on bases. Out count is number 1. The pitch, strike 1. No ball, 1 strike. Swung too early, that is strike 2. As I mentioned, I may not be a professional baseball player, but that was too early for even me to see it. Or I might be lagging right now. That might be also the reason. But the count is 1-2. Next pitch. Whoa, I am heavily lagging right here, right now. That is 2 outs. The second baseman caught it and sent it to the first base. Two-Face Melon is now on the plate. The pitch. Strike 1. And the next pitch. That is hit into the foul zone. That is strike 2. It might be on me, but I think we're having a huge ping spike right now. Bunt motion on the floor, runs to second. Will he beat the ball? Out on the base. That is the third out. Inning is over. We now bring you to the top of inning number 5. Having a little downtime here. That one is hit, but that's a foul. We're now at the top of inning number 5. Bandits still behind 2 runs from the Katie Wiz. Big swing and miss, strike 2. So that issue is real here. We have a high reports of lags coming in. That was a strike out, a swing and a miss. And this is out count number 1. The pitch that is hit onto the sides into the audience. That is strike 1. The pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 2. Hit high in the air, shortstop goes for it and catches it. That is out number 2. Inferno steps onto the plate. Is that intentional walk? Intentional walk has been given to Inferno. We don't know the reason why, but it has been given. That is strike 1. Batter now. Free time. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And the next pitch. That's a big swing and a miss, strike out. That is the 3rd out, inning over. We now bring you to the bottom of inning number 5. Bottom of inning number 5 here. Bandits still behind 2 runs as KT Wiz is winning 4-2. That one is a big swing and a miss, strike 1. Lots of swing and miss. Strike 2, that was swung late. 0-2 now. The pitch that is high in the air, foul zone, tries to go for a dive but fails. Count is still 0-2. The next pitch, now to the right side. So equal fouls on the left and right. Now it's time to go to the middle. The count is 0-2, no outs. And that's a big swing and a miss, strikeout. The next at bat is Chung Tsai. The first pitch in the zone, that is strike 1. The next pitch, strike 2. That is hit high in the air. Third baseman goes and catches on a jump. Magnificent. That is the 2nd out of the inning. I think that is worthy of having a replay for it. So this was hit well, but the third baseman jump catch was very, very impressive. So that one was left a very big impression. The pitch, big swing and a miss, that is strike 2. 0-2 now, with 2 outs on the inning. Ball 1. One and 2 is the count. And the next pitch. Struck out looking. That is out number 3. We now bring you to the top of inning number 6. KT Wiz still running ahead by 2 runs. The score is 4-2. Now batting, Bainlord. We're now at the top of the 6th inning. Strike 1 as it's in the zone. Strike 2. So this is what ABS feels like in today's KBO seasons. Lots of them feels like they should be out, but they are actually not. And the ball sends the first and isn't 1 out. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Shortstop catches it and throws to first. Strike 1. Next pitch. Low, and that is out. Just slightly below the zone. That is ball 1. The next pitch. That one is hit high in the air. Third baseman goes for it. Dive catch. Out count number 2 is made by a very, very good defense from the third baseman. We'll have a replay. You see that one flew very well, but was immaculately caught by whoever there. What? That is ball 1. Count is 1-1 now. Strike 2. The next pitch. Hit high in the air. Going far. Shortstop cannot catch it. Fails to do a jump catch. So now the runner is safe at first. 2 outs and now a runner is on board. Two outs, runner on first. Dark is at bat. That is hit high in the air, hitting the foul zone. Zero one. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No ball, 2 strikes. This pitch might end it. Swing and a miss. That is strike out. The top of the 6th inning is over. Remaining at first base, KT Wiz is still ahead by 2 runs. The score is 4-2. We'll meet you back at the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now. That one is oh my god! I think we're having a very big lag here, but that is strike 1. The next pitch. Ball 1. 1-1. Next pitch. that is in the middle, that is strike 2, and we are getting a huge leg spike. 1 and 2 now. Swings on the ground, hits the ground, that is a foul ball. The next pitch. Swings and misses, that is 1 out. Next up bat is Akan Joaquin. I don't know how to read the name. Ball 1. The next pitch. Strike 1 as it's in the middle of the zone. Swing and a miss. A huge one at that. The count is now 1 and 2. The pitch is here. Foul ball. One and 2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike out. Then out count number 2. Nobody is on base. Two outs, nobody on. The pitch is a strike. Ball 1. Count is 1 and 1. Next pitch. A big swing and a miss. That is strike 2. One and 2 is the count. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. That is strike 3. The inning is over. We'll meet you back at the top of inning number 7. This is the KT Wiz Stadium.
그 공은 아직도 날아가고 있다.
수많은 관객들이 비를 맞으며 경기의 재개를
누구나 마음속엔 멈추지 않고 날아가는 그 공이 있다. 올해 우리는 또 어떤 공을 만나고 끝없이 떠올리게 될까?
한국 프로야구 개막전이 오늘 서울을 비롯한
야구. 시작은 있지만 끝은 없는 스포츠. 우리의 야구를 시작하자. 컴투스 프로야구.
We're now back at the top of the 7th inning. KT Wiz is still winning 4-2. Oh. Two-Face Melon just died on spot. No worries, it was just a reset. This is just Roblox, not real life. Two-Face Melon. Pitch. Now a lefty. Interesting. One ball. Swing and a miss. That is strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. One and 2 now. Strikes out on a miss swing. Out number 1. Next up is Dark. The first pitch. Now on righty again. That is hit high in the air. Third baseman goes for it. Successfully catches it. That is out number 2. Two outs. Nobody on. Oh my god, this is weird. This is weird. We're having a significant lag spike right now, everyone. Count is 1-1 now. And that is strike 2 as a swing and a miss. One and two now. A bunt. Bunt is looking to be successful. Ball is sent to first but is safe on first. That is successful bunt. Impressive bunt done by the batter at bat. Right here is the bunt. A sudden bunt. The pitcher and the first baseman all went for it but couldn't catch it in time, so that made him go to the first base safely. That one is hit high in the air. Left fielder moves for it, caught, and the inning is over. We will now bring you to the bottom of the 7th inning. KT Wiz is still winning 4-2. Noir is on the plate. Dark is still pitching at the 7th inning. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Grazing the outside borderline, strike 1. The pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 is the count now. The next pitch. Big swing and a miss. That is strike out. Out number 1 on the bottom of the 7th inning. Next at bat is Dugari. The first pitch. Around the home plate. That is ball 1. On the line right there. Running for first out, and that is the second out of the bottom number 7. 7th inning. I am brain dead. Two-Face Melon is on the plate. One ball, no strikes. That is hit well. And that is a home run. That is a home run. Another home run. The second home run by Two-Face Melon. Ceremony, and that is another score for the KT Wiz. That one is huge That was impressive by the replay. Two-Face Melon's home run brings the game to 5-2. Katie Woods is now 3 runs ahead of Brisbane Bandits. Lefty pitcher now. No catcher is on plate. And I'm assuming that we are having a player that is... You might have 8 players on the Bandits. Ball 1. That one is hit well, but it's a foul ball. The third baseman tried to catch it, but failed. Inferno is now pitching for the Bandits. The count is 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2. Struck out looking. That is the end of inning number 7. We now bring you to the top of inning number 8. Katie Woods is ahead by 3 runs. The score is 5-2. Top of the 8th inning. Brisbane Bandits are behind by 3 runs. The score is 5-2. Katie Woods is the 5. Bandits is the 2. So the Bandits had a very good start at the 3rd inning. The top of the 3rd inning, they had a 2-run home run. That one is high in the air. The midfielder comes down, comes forward. Dive catch successful. That is 1 out. Anyway, the Brisbane Bandits had a 2-run home run on their on the 3rd inning. But they just couldn't keep it, as the Katie Woods won 2 runs at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Actually, let me just get the chart here. The Katie Woods, the Bandits got their first what do we call it? The first go-ahead runs on the top of the 2nd inning. I think that was the first home run of the game. But the Katie Woods gained right on after the Bandits with 4 runs at the bottom of the 3rd inning. And they just scored the additional single home run at the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Brisbane Bandits couldn't really keep up with the Katie Woods' scoring ability. Count is 2-1. Is the count. Here comes the pitch. That is foul ball on the ground. 2-2 now. That one is bouncing on the ground, caught by the second baseman. That is the out on first base. Two outs, and apparently Two-Face Melon was at the catcher's plate. We are having a serious lag spike here. The contents and the results doesn't match in time. So please bear with us, even if the count says the foul comes first and the and the swing motion comes after. But it's a thing we have to handle and we have to endure. Broadband internet is not good right now. Late Saturday night, a lot of people are using the internet. Obviously, we are not going to get a good usage. He just jumped at the camera. Count is now 1-1. Sorry, wrong press there. 1-1 strike. Next pitch. Another ball. Big swing and miss. That makes it 2-2. The count is now even. Two and two now. That is hit high into the foul zone, into the audience. Two and two. Still. 2 outs, nobody on. Foul ball just outside the first base. Very close. 2 and two now. The next pitch. Ball 3. Power Corn takes it to the full count. No batting average, but still 1 RBI. Will he get his first hit in the game or will he strike out? Next pitch. Hit well. And it's a hit. It's a hit. The first hit of the game for Power Core. First hit in the season. So 2 outs and runner on first base. First ball is a strike. The next pitch. Ball 1. 2 outs, runner on first. Next pitch. Hits well, but into the audience zone. That will be a foul ball, and thus a strike count. The pitch on the ground rolls and rolls. Second base throws to first, and that is the third out. Inning is over. We now bring you to the bottom of the 8th inning. KT Wiz is still ahead 5-2. Inferno is on the mound. The blind the person with a bandage on their eye is trying to bat the baseball, which is all possible because we are in Roblox. Welcome to HCBB Asia League. But that is count. The count is ball 1, no strikes. That is a big swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. Next pitch. Bounces, but it's a foul. One and two now. 2-2. Two and two now. Another foul ball. Staying alive. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. That is a strikeout. Alzura is on the plate. In front of the first pitch. That is high in the air and it's going to where no one is. That is a hit. The batter goes for second. Turns around second, trying for third, but cancels the third and stays on second base. 1 out and runner on second. Another RBI chance. The first hit of the season for the Alzura. 1 out, runner on second. Low, and that is a ball 1. One to nothing. That is hit high in the air into the audience zone. One and one is the count. Big swing and miss. Strike 2. The pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch. Ball 3 as he takes it into full count. Three to 2. High in the air infield, and that is the second out. Runner is still on second. The pitch. Ball 1. Joaquin is on the plate. 2 outs, runner on second. Attempt to contact there went far missed. 1 and 1. The next pitch. Hit on the ground, that is a foul ball. One and 2 is the count. 2 outs, runner on second. Swing and a miss, that is strike out. Inning is over. We now bring you to the top of inning number 9. KT Woods is still ahead, 5-2. Top of inning number 9. As the first pitch is coming in. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Next pitch. Hit onto the sides. It's a foul ball. No ball, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Zero and 2 now. Hit well, but all back towards the audience. Zero two. Big swing and a miss. That is strike out. Out number 1 at the top of inning number 9. KT Wiz has 2 more outs to end the inning. End the game. Two outs remaining until the game ends, unless the Bandits can earn 3 runs in this inning. Strike 1 as a big swing and a miss happens. No ball, 1 strike. Hit well over the second baseman. Safe at first. This might be a start of Brisbane Bandits trying to come from behind and gain the upper hand once again. On the ground, rolls caught by the second baseman, and this might be it. Oh, but that is, unfortunately, the double play was not made, but still out on second base. The out count is number 2. Two outs. Runner on first. Ball number 1. One to nothing. Next pitch. Strike 1. One and 1 now. Next pitch. On the ground, rolls over the mound towards the midfielder. Runner is not safe on first and second with 2 outs. Rose might be having a little problem tonight. Two outs. Runner on first and second. Intentional walk has been served. Next at bat is free time. Full bases. One wrong move can hurt the scores of KT Wiz. One to nothing. Hit well, head high in the air. The shortstop goes back, fails to catch it. This might be a very big chance. Run is scored by the KT Wiz. The Brisbane Bandits gaining back on the KT Wiz. The run difference is now 2. Brisbane Bandit is still behind by 2, but they are now gaining on the full bases. The score is 5-3, with KT Wiz being the 5 and Brisbane Bandits being the 3. Ball 1. big swing and a miss. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Next pitch. Another swing and a miss. Strike two. One and two. Swing and a miss. Game is over. KT Wiz wins over Brisbane Bandits with a score of 3-5. The game is won by the KT Wiz with their 2 home runs and the persistent attempt to win the game. But look what brought them, look where it brought them. It brought them to victory. But anyway, that will be all from me at the streaming booth here. Me telling you, sorry, let me do the ending. The KT Wiz has won 5-3 against the Brisbane Bandits. And with that, tonight's show comes to the end. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
확실히 잘해. 한국어가 그냥 쭉쭉 뻗잖아. 진짜 확실히 잘해.
야, 뭐냐? 이런
감사합니다. 그리고 사랑합니다. 야구를 사랑하는 모두에게.
Kia, movement that inspires.
우리가 여기까지 올 수 있었던 것은 승리할 때나 패배를 거듭할 때나 당신의 불꽃 같은 응원 덕분이었습니다. 늘 최강 한화를 외쳐준 당신이 최강입니다. 최강 팬과 함께하는 최강 한화가 되겠습니다.
그 공은 아직도 날아가고 있다.
수많은 관객들이 비를 맞으며 경기의 재개를
누구나 마음속엔 멈추지 않고 날아가는 그 공이 있다. 올해 우리는 또 어떤 공을 만나고 끝없이 떠올리게 될까?
한국 프로야구 개막전이 오늘 서울을 비롯한
야구. 시작은 있지만 끝은 없는 스포츠. 우리의 야구를 시작하자. 컴투스 프로야구.